Hey guys, it is time to talk about the Week 2 Leader Event cards. We got a new set of cards released for the Leader Event. No new Master Set players, so it's still the top 590 overalls, but we did get a lot of other ones with a stat that is put to 99. So we'll start with the goaltender, Addy Engren. This might be one of the most useless goaltender stats to be bumped to a 99. I can't even think of what stick high would refer to. Is that like off the knob? I don't get what stat that would refer. If you guys have any idea what that is, please leave it in the comment section below. So, it does have 2-to-1T, so it makes him a decent backup for the synergy, but this is a hard sell in my opinion. The stat doesn't make any sense, and he's not overly big. Next up, we've got the 82 overall YANNIC SEIDENBERG. Kind of a weird card if given the fact that he's only 5'8", 183, but he has 99 puck control, meaning that he's going to hold on to the puck quite well. The problem is his shot stats are all completely useless. Like, he has silver statted shot stats, so that's a really rough. His speed is all pretty good, 93 speed, so he can, fly down the boards and whatnot, but you're not shooting with him. His passing's only an 80. This one's a sell as well, even for a free-to-play team. If you do get him, pack him, anything like that in your, comp seasons or anything like that, I would sell this card immediately to anyone that wants to buy. He does have 84 face-offs, so you could put him at center. But, yeah, this just doesn't make a lot of sense to go and grab. Next, we've got the 82 Daniel PIETTA, 2-to-1 timer as well, so that does help his already low slap shot power. So it's at 79 overall, so it'll be bumped up a little bit with the one-timer, excuse me, the one-timer synergy. And it'll also give +3 to hand-eye, which would bump that up to an 80, and then offensive awareness, which is already kind of decent at 80. It'll go to an 87. He's got over 90 speed. Again, his shot is pretty low, though. Face-off being a 91 is great, and his stick checking being a 99 makes him a pretty good defensive option. 99 stick checking is kind of an underrated stat. That is very important. The higher the stick checking stat, the better odds you have at not taking a penalty and knocking the puck free off of someone who's got a good puck control, things like that. Although his defensive awareness is really low at 79, that kind of doesn't help his already low stats outside of the stick checking. I mean, I guess if you're desperate for someone, you're going to be able to get this guy cheap. His 91 faceoffs does make him a good, decent bottom six to just send him in just for his faceoff stats, but I'm going to show you guys a way better option in just a second. That would be MIKKO KOIVU, who's going dirt cheap, 2 to TK. So Takeaway Kings gives +3 defensive awareness, +3 to stick checking, agility, and aggression. So aggression, not really useful for you, but agility, stick checking, and defensive awareness would bump his agility to 91, defensive awareness to 84, and his stick checking to an 84. So that's not a bad synergy to have. At 6'3", 215, checks off the boxes for being a big guy. And outside of that, though, I mean, his speed is kind of okay. I mean, especially for an 82. 88 and above is great. Balance 91, endurance 87, that's great. Shooting stats are kind of lame at under 80 and under, although his 99 face-off makes him a perfect penalty kill center, especially given his size and whatnot. This is a great card to get if you're a free-to-play team. You can get him for under 5k coins, sometimes even under 3. This is replacing, in my opinion, the Michael Pekka. Just because he's much bigger, I would much rather have this card. And yeah, again, great option for free-to-play players. Next up, we've got Nicholas Fryman, 6'2", 194, left defenseman with 2 to FB. So for the boys is 3 to endurance, balance, face-offs, and shot blocking, all very useful stats. So if we go and look at him, I mean, his face-offs for whatever reason are 79, but you don't need to worry about those. And then his endurance would bump up to a 93. His balance would go to a 94, and shot blocking would go to, well, it can't get any higher because that's a 99. So this would be a better card if you don't control him. Shot blocking, in my opinion, doesn't really change if you're the one controlling the defenseman. So if you have your guys set to block shots more often than not, and you have a guy that has 99 shot blocking, he's probably going to be pretty good at when to go down and whatnot. So that's not a terrible set to have. His speed being 87 overall, but the 93 agility, 87 acceleration makes him pretty good combined with his size. And his slap shot isn't terrible at 82 power, 75 accuracy, so you can use him. And the fact that he's big, this is a decent free-to-play left defenseman. But if you do have some money in the game, or you have a decently high 80 team, there's no point. There's a lot better left defensemen in the game. Next, we've got the left defenseman, ROBYN REGEHR, 6'3", but he's kind of a fatty at 222. 2 to SP, though, so that's a fantastic synergy to have. So 2 to SP, would give +3 to speed, passing, puck control. So his speed would go from an 89 to a 92. And then his passing would go from an 80 to an 83. Puck control would bump up as well from an 80 to an 83. His acceleration and agility, 88, which is great, even though he's gigantic. And his balance is a 99, which means that this is a good defenseman. If you break the puck out slowly, or if you don't pass the puck out, so basically what you do is you wait for someone to pressure you, and then you kind of circle around holding the puck away, and then carry the puck out. This would be a great defenseman to have. If you're someone who just fires the puck up the boards or looks for a breakout pass, I would avoid ROBYN REGEHR. But if you're someone that likes to curl around a little bit, his 99 balance means that he's not going to really get knocked off the puck. His accuracy is absolutely bananas at 66, and his power is an 88. So if you fire it low for tips, that'd be good. Firing it high would be an absolute gong show and probably won't ever hit the net. So be careful of that. His body checking is an 89 and a 91, so if you do like to lay the hits, this would be a great one to have. Defensive awareness being an 86 means that you are going to get those decent modifiers, and then stick checking at an 88, considering he's already pretty tall. He's going to have that long stick. This is a pretty good card to grab. I wouldn't spend anything crazy on him, but if you do like big players, and again, like I said, you break the puck out by holding one guy and kind of lugging it up with one person, I would go after him. Next, we've got, for this week, we've got the OLLI Jokinen, 6'2", 210, 2 to 4 the boys, so balance, endurance, face-offs, and shot blocking. His face-offs are an 80, so you're not really going to use him on the draw. There's much better options for that. Balance and endurance would go to a 94 and a 90 overall, respectively, and then shot blocking would go up to an 86, so that would be great. His speed is kind of low for an 86 overall. He's only got 86 across the board for that. Shooting, though, is quite good. 90 power and accuracy for both slap shot and wrist shots. And then his hand-eye is a 99. For centers, that's not bad. If you use crash the net a lot, or behind the net and fire from the point, you're going to get a lot of tips in this game, and it's a pretty good strategy, specifically for people that have lower overall teams. I'm going to go into that in a future video and show you guys how to use all that stuff, but this would be a unique card for that instance if you are someone that does that. So you kind of just put him in the middle of the ice and just fire for his stick with that great hand-eye stat. He's probably going to get a lot of tips on net. Other than that, kind of mediocre as far as the 86 goes. I would much rather have the Stamkos, but you can't really go wrong if you do have him. I don't know if I would buy him depending on the cost. 60K maybe. I wouldn't go much higher than that. 86 JEAN-SEBASTIEN GIGUERE, 6'1", 202, decently sized, does have 2 to SP, and a 99 to positioning. Another one I want to test out. I will be releasing my Victor Fast video, the previous leader who has the 99 glove high, and seeing if that does stop kind of the short side wrister. But positioning is a really important one, especially with all the changes to goaltenders this year. I kind of want to see if this GIGUERE does well with passing plays and things like that, because he is going to be a lot better position, obviously, with the 99 overall positioning. And because he's already an 86, his other stats are pretty good, plus the 2 to SP, which is probably the best team synergy. That's not a bad option at all. Then we've got the 86 overall Jamie Benn, 6'2", 209, with Wrecking Crew, which is 3 to acceleration, body checking, strength. So acceleration would go to a 94, body checking would go to an 85, and then strength would bump up to an 87. His 99, is offensive awareness, which is an interesting stat to look at. The offensive awareness stats is something I've kind of been pointing out recently in my last few videos. They are modifier stats. They also help with getting open as well. If you notice someone getting open in the offensive zone around the net and defense not really tying them up, it's because it does have something to do with the offensive awareness stat. So it being a 99 boosts his shooting stats up a little bit. Again, this is stuff that you can't see. Deking, hand-eye, passing, which is already decently high, or decent to begin with. It's mediocre, but it would boost it a little bit. Defensive awareness being 82 isn't bad, but it doesn't really do anything for him. Keeps it around what it is. Speed only being a 91 and balance and endurance kind of being around that isn't all that great, but he is a winger, so you don't really need to worry about all that. So this is a decent card to go after, especially with his size, that 99 offensive awareness. This might be a really underrated card because people are going to look at that speed and that shot accuracy when they don't realize that offensive and defensive awareness on cards are extremely important. So might be an underrated one if you can get him for, like I said, under 70, 80K. Then we've got the 87 Pietrangelo, which is potentially the best right-handed defenseman in the game currently. I've said this since the launch of NHL 20. Right-handed defensemen are extremely rare at the end game. I currently have the 3 best, or I did, well, now I do, and they were 85 Carlson, the base Carlson, the 86 classic Subban, and then there was kind of a tie with Primetime Morgan Rielly's or the Team of the Week Tyson Barrie, and the Primetime Drew Doughty as well. But this Alex Pietrangelo is nuts. 6'3", 210, great size, 2-to-1 T, so that's a great synergy for him because, he has 89 slap shot power, which again, there are very few defensive cards that have a combination of speed and shot. Bumping up that power even higher with the 1T synergy is fantastic. His 99 is speed, which is ridiculous. So when you get him going, he's going to have the ability to either A, break the puck out of the zone because he's got that 88 puck control and that 92 balance, and he can just fly up the ice. And he has the speed to get back if you do give it up at the blue line. So this is one of the best cards, and it's already going for a lot of coins. People are catching on that right defensemen are rare at the end game. I had to pay 200K to get mine. I haven't gotten to use him yet, but because he's so tall, his stick checking being an 88, already great, and his defensive and offensive awareness are right around 90. Fantastic card, probably the best right defenseman in the game currently. Then we've got Keith Primeau. This one's honestly tough to get a gauge on. I would probably do a hard avoid on him because, A, the cost is going to be nuts. If you like to play with bigger players, obviously you're going to really like the 6'5", 220. And 2 to takeaway kings. That's 3 to defensive awareness, stick checking, agility. So his stick checking would go to a 94, his agility would go to an 86, and then defensive awareness would go up to over 90, but his speed is just absolutely brutal. So acceleration and agility is 83. Obviously, his agility would go up if you do have the synergy activated. Balance being a 93 is good, especially given his size. His speed is only an 86, so he's really sluggish. But the problem is that usually cards that have this low of speed have good shooting, and this is kind of a ho-hum shooter as well. 83 accuracy power. It's a total defensive card. 94 body checking, 87 puck control, and 91 stick checking. And even his face-offs for an 88 center is only an 88. His 99 is strength, which is kind of a second-tier stat. When you combine it with body checking, obviously it's very good, and it does come into play with balance a little bit, but I don't know why you'd want to go out and spend this much on just a completely defensive centerman when he doesn't even have 99 face-off. His shot is mediocre, like I said, so I would do a hard avoid because the cost that you're going to have to pay for him is just not going to pay off for the fact that he's just doesn't have any of the really important stats. And then finally, the crown jewel of this one is the 88 Jack Eichel. 2 to SP, so great synergies for him, bumping his speed up from a 94 already. Has 94 acceleration, 95 agility, and 89 balance, and then his endurance is 89 as well. Slap shot accuracy and power is an 88, wrist shots an 89 and 86 respectively, so he's got a great shot and great speed. His deking is a 99. I really want to try this card out because if you think back to last year, the Patrick Kane, the Thanksgiving one, was one of the most fun cards to use. I don't know if it was because Patrick Kane, but it was just an extremely fun card to use because you could actually pull off all the dekes. The fact that the dekes do work well this year, a 99 deking card could be insanely fun, especially when you consider that the toe drag into a shot and other things like that work a lot better. This might be a really fun card to use, but you're going to have to pay up because, well, it's Jack Eichel and he has 2 to SP. Passing's an 88. Puck control is an 88. Not going to really hit with him, even though he is big at 83. Body checking, 83 strength. And his offensive awareness is at 89. So that's great for his offensive stats that are already decently high. So I would pay up to grab him. I wouldn't go anything higher than like a 200K, but I think you're going to be able to get him a lot cheaper than that. I think this might be one of the most fun cards to use just because of that 99 deking stat. Again, I'd be interested to try that out. So guys, that is all of this event's leader cards that were released. I just want to go over some of the other cards, the Master Set ones. So if you haven't watched my Week 1 videos, just pay attention to what they're going for on the market, the untradeable versions, these cards specifically. So if you are doing the icons, notice how I have a lot. I'm noticing I have a lot of untradeable ones from the beginning of the year. These icons are okay to have as untradeable because at some point they're going to be upgradable. I don't know when, I don't know what it's going to cost, but from what it looks like, there has been Reddit releases since even before the game launched. Specifically, the one I can think about is the 96 Golden Master Set Gordie Howe. So obviously, if you go by what the Messier did when they released that new Messier, they included Messier in a gold collectible, and you upgraded them. I could totally see them doing the upgrade path as well. So icons being untradeable, those are okay. But you got to be careful with these ones, these Master Set ones, because once they're kind of at their lower end now, Taves with the 99 face-off is always going to be useful for you. So I'm totally understanding getting him. But the Lassie Kukkonen as well, I don't have him yet, but I will. I really want to get him, but the one I'm really interested in buying is the Joel Lundqvist. I do want to get an untradeable one because I think at some point you will replace him. But around 500K is what they're kind of creeping towards, and 500K for an untradeable 90 overall at the stage of the game is a very good price. So just be wary of that. And like I said, the Alex Pietrangelo, if you got 200K or you're on the market a lot, please watch out for it. This card is the best right-handed defenseman in the game currently, and it's not really close, so just be on the watch for that. So guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please just leave it in the comment section down below. And if you like the content, please subscribe and give this video a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, boys.